What is up, guys? This is attempt 2 at filming this video because the first time my freaking microphone was not even on. I know that happens to a lot of YouTubers and it's one of my worst pet peeves. But I haven't made a video in somewhere around a month. I know it's been like 3 weeks since I last checked my YouTube channel. And I'm going to start getting a steady YouTube uploading pace. So I'm just going to start right into this. So I'm starting to get some videos racked up. I've got like 2 or 3, something like that. Plus this will be the 3rd one, I know for a fact. I'm going to get some fishing videos up whenever I get a better editing software. Right now I'm using, I can't remember. I'll tell you at the end of this video if I can remember it. But this is going to be over my top baits for fish. Not just largemouth or bass, because some of them are pretty good for other species too. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 baits that I love to throw. These are in no particular order, so keep that in mind because I tried putting them in a particular order, but it just did not work. So first off, we got the buzzbait. Right here, I got a white buzzbait, and I can't remember the name of it because my cousin gave it to me, but I really, really wish I remember the name of this buzzbait. His excellent hooks. I think it might be a War Eagle, because I got a lot of War Eagles, and this is kind of similar to the War Eagle, except the skirt isn't as good quality. But it catches fish. And these freaking hooks are amazing. It's almost like kind of a wide gap hooks, actually, because it kind of goes up and then it like starts to come down like maybe like a Gamakatsu wide gap or something. But why do I not look at the camera? Come on, Tristan. But this is just an excellent bait. This is good for when conditions are tough and you're not catching them on things like the frog or other topwater baits. This is great. I've caught a lot of big fish on it, and it's just so noisy. Whenever you're trying to get those fish started up early in the morning, go with a buzzbait. It's so noisy, it'll just drive the fish nuts, and they'll have to eat it. It's crazy. Also, it goes through grass very well. Very, very seldom do I get grass on my buzzbaits. And I fish like 7 ponds, and one of them is just, it has a lot of grass on one side of it. Alright, so another bait would be the swim jig. Right here, I've got a Booyah Baby Boo. It's not really considered a swim jig, but I think it is a swim jig. It's got that nice, thinner Arky jig head, which I know a lot of these Arky jig heads do not have. It's small, so I'm going to count it as a swim jig. I got some other swim jigs, but this is pretty good. Throw a small little trailer on there, just, I don't know. But the swim jig, it's like a spinnerbait. You can throw it, and you can cover a lot of water with it. And you can cover a lot of water with it in not a lot of time, just like a spinnerbait or the buzzbait, which I don't like spinnerbaits that much, to tell you the truth. But whenever they're not looking for a big, flashy lure, but they're still kind of wanting something fast, which you can reel this fast, slow, whatever. Because I know a lot of times people take their kids fishing, which is excellent. People, if there's an adult watching this, go take your kid fishing. It's good. Get them outside, get them off video games. Or her. But they'll just go to Walmart or something, and they'll pick the biggest, flashiest, weirdest color to think they can catch a fish with it. And I mean, sometimes it does work, but heavily pressured lakes and ponds use a small swim jig. Alright, so rolling in at another bait would be the drop shot. Now right here I got a pre-rigged drop shot. If you'd like to learn how to make this, leave it down in the comments below. I got a 1/0 hook right here with a small wacky worm that I actually made this bait in soft plastic molds, and I got a little sinker because I remember it was like 2 days ago. There was a stick sticking up out of a pond, and I couldn't catch him. I was fishing the buzzbait. I fished a buzzbait, a tube. Seems like a Senko or something. I think a Senko. And so I tied on a drop shot, and I just threw it right next to the stick, and I felt a bite. And then, like, I don't know what it was. It might not have been a largemouth. It might have been like a carp or something going after it, because it didn't feel like a bass, but So I pitched it back in there, and then I got fish. Okay, fish, reeled it in, and then close my door. Fish, reeled it in, bam, cast it in again, got another fish, got 3 fish out of the same spot in about a 5-minute time period. Maybe, give or take a few, probably 6 minutes, yeah. So the drop shot. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to learn how to fish and tie the drop shot. Another one is the topwater frog. Right here I got the Man Super Frog. I'm not going to go too into detail about this. A lot of people like it, and I got to get ready for school. But good thing about frogs is, unlike the buzzbait, you can't pause it or twitch it, which you can twitch a buzzbait. I did that before. But it's just a topwater bait, so this is wonderful also for when conditions are kind of tough. It's pretty good. Another bait would be the tube. Right here I got a black and red Yum tube, which I've been using all weekend. Been using tubes all weekend. And the black and red one, a green and black one, and an all black one has been pretty good. Which this little bit of red flake I think helps a lot. Which actually this is a lot of red flake. Because fish, the largemouth bass sees red better than any other color. Did you know that? And I like this. It's a weightless tube, so you can drag it over the matted grass, lily pads, all kinds of stuff. You can skip it very well, which the fish at some of these ponds, they like it when you skip it, when you skip a bait, because if you've ever seen a frog sometimes, like a bullfrog, whenever it hits that water, it'll a lot of times skip over the water a couple times, and it'll imitate a frog very well. So there's 2 more baits, and this one will be the crankbait. Now I got a small crankbait here, and the reason I picked a small crankbait for this is I think this is like I don't know what brand, it's a Sexy Shad though, that's the color. And I picked a small crankbait because this is excellent for crappie, largemouth, smallmouth, and I've caught a few spots on it, but there aren't a lot of spots in the pond that I fish at. Lake Weiss, that's the main lake I fish, has a lot of spotted though. And I'm not going to go too into detail on this either. It's a medium diver. I'm pretty sure all guys know what a crankbait is. But smaller crankbaits are good when the water is heavily pressured. And if people are fishing small crankbaits, if you notice that, go big crankbaits. People are fishing big crankbaits, what they usually are. People usually don't pick small lures for some reason. Just pick this little small crankbait. I got it at Walmart for like $5. Pretty good lure. Last but definitely not least is small swim baits. I like throwing those big swim baits. They catch fish, but I just went ahead and got this small little Storm Wild Eye Shad. Now this is good also. Like, for instance, there was like probably 7 fish in a school one time at the pond, because this pond is crystal clear, one of them, and they were just out there in this little mud flat, and I kept seeing them. They were like 7 feet away from me, and I could see them plain as day, and I wasn't catching them on nothing. Like, I tried natural looking stuff, but apparently wasn't natural enough. Threw this particular swim bait in there, and I caught, I think I might have caught every single one of those fish, because I caught like 6 or 7 fish on this. Just throwing it in there, kind of like steady. I would like reel my reel, like bam, 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 like that. And apparently it was like kind of imitating an almost dead fish, because it was like kind of like that. You'd probably think I'm crazy, but I know what I'm talking about. And they were just hitting this thing like cast after cast. It's kind of got that right there, so it imitates maybe a bait fish or something. I like this one. It's a Storm Wild Eye Shad. This is the smaller version. They have a huge version actually. And I hope you enjoyed that video. This video. This just kind of came up. I noticed that a lot of YouTubers are doing this. A lot of the fishing YouTubers, and I gotta feed my fish. So, hope you had a great day at school if you've started school yet. We have. That's another reason why I haven't posted up a lot of videos, and I'm going to feed my fish, take a shower, and get ready for Friday.